Welcome along, Joe. Thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
So, Joe, you are one of ICNZB's master bookkeepers. So, congratulations on achieving kind of the top level of our membership. Do you want to start off by telling me a little bit about yourself, your business, and your ICNZB membership?
Cool, no problem. My name's Joe. I live in Lower Hutt. Got a home office here. Balance Up is my business. It's just me in the business. It started 7 years ago. Had a previous bookkeeping business, but having my son, I decided that being a mum and having a business that was growing just wasn't working for me. So I shut the business down, and then once he started school, I started that was up again. So that was kind of so it's 7 years ago, and obviously I've got a son and married and just work from home by myself. Awesome. With my little dog that's licking my feet. It's
nice.
Little
Awesome.
No. Bookkeeping. Sorry, what was that? It's gone funny.
Yep, cool. What does being a master bookkeeper mean to you?
Being a master bookkeeper it's quite funny. I was contemplating that the other day. It's really just a acknowledgement, I guess, of all the study and all the education and all the practical experience. I started in the accounting industry straight out of high school. So I didn't go to uni or anything. Started as a receptionist, got bored, so the accounting firm I was working for trained me in accounts. So I kind of started straight out of high school and I just loved it. So it's kind of just, I guess, the next level of training and everything, or next level of certification of that. And I mean, my clients, when I told them that I'd got the master bookkeeper, one of them was like, "Oh, how did we manage to get you a master person?" I was like, "Well, it was just bonus."
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you've shared a little bit of your journey of how you got into bookkeeping, but I'm assuming that given the time that you've been in the industry, you've seen some quite significant changes. So do you want to share a little bit about what it was like back then versus what it's like now?
Yeah, well, I started, like I said, straight out of high school, and it was quite a manual process, which is why I started my bookkeeping business. We were looking at having kids, and so left the accounting firm to set up a part-time business, thinking it would be easy having children and a part-time job. Not so much, but one of the things of doing that was just the manualness of everything. And the clients were sending boxes of receipts and they were getting processed once a year, but by the time they got processed and everything, the information was so old that they were just throwing the annual reports in the drawer, and not really, it was just how much tax do I pay. And so there was not really any business knowledge coming out of their financial reports. They couldn't, so it was just that, I guess, desire to help the businesses so that they've got accurate information that's up to date, so that they could actually see where their business is going, make decisions for their business. And so that's where I moved from the accounting firm into my bookkeeping business, so we could get some monthly information to their clients so that they could actually make good business decisions, rather than everything's just so historical, it was just irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely. And the information these days is really at their fingertips, which is pretty amazing.
It's gone from the desktop softwares, the online softwares, to all the apps that are, it's just so different.
Yeah. What's one of the best outcomes that of working with you as a master bookkeeper that you've been able to have for one of your clients?
Well, one of them, it's kind of a sad story, but it was good to have me there. Was one of the clients had staff member who was doing the day-to-day work. I was kind of monthly reconciling, overseeing the staff member, and discovered a few little
discrepancies.
Yeah. And so, I mean, if I wasn't there helping them and overseeing, like the staff member could have been going on for years and years. So it was a bit of education for the business owner, removing that was the business owner's job, removing the staff member, but it was training the new staff member and putting the right processes, procedures and securities in place for the business owner and for the staff member, because it's protecting them as well as the business owner, protecting both sides, so that the business, you know, can go forward and grow without constantly worrying, what's my staff member doing now? Because, you know, if you've had it before, you're always worried about it before, but having those systems and processes in place, just, you know, they were able to move forward and grow their business.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's probably also, you know, one of the benefits of engaging with someone that is a member of the association is like the code of ethics and stuff that sits over top our memberships as well, around giving clients just kind of that added level of confidence that, you know, they're dealing with, you know, upstanding members of society.
Well, exactly. And I just had one of my clients this morning. I was on the phone to him and he told me, it's like, you don't charge me enough for the value you give me in your business. You do not charge me enough. And it's really nice to hear that, you know, they value the work.
Absolutely. There's really no better compliment than that, to be honest. So what's your vision for where the future of bookkeeping will be in 5 years' time?
I don't know. I mean, numbers still need reconciling, business reports still need to happen. I mean, who knows? I'm sure the software is going to change in 5 years, so how we do it's probably going to change. But the core of who we are as bookkeepers, I don't see that changing.
No. A lot of people who are really passionate about helping people, I think, in the industry, right? Like that's, you'd be hard pressed to find a bookkeeper who wasn't there because they're passionate about seeing, you know, their clients do really well and focus on their business.
Yeah. I mean, you could be a bookkeeper and just plug some numbers, but to actually get the value from it all, it's, yeah, none of that's going to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are
100%. So as a master bookkeeper, it's obvious that you have the bookkeeping superpower. You've totally clocked that. If you could have one other superpower, what would it be and why?
That's such a funny question. I'd probably say speed.
Okay. Yeah.
I need speed, get through a lot more in the day. There's always those long to-do lists.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting that you say that, because I was talking to someone earlier who their thing was stopping time. So I think you've actually up-leveled on that superpower to speed, because stopping time seems fraught with drama.
Let's just get more done in the time we got.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jo, and congratulations again on reaching that master bookkeeper level. A really worthy kind of achievement. So
thank you.